It's well known that insulating a loft is usually the fastest and cheapest way to save energy. Laying insulation in an empty loft that is never used is easy. You can lay insulation between the joists, then over the joists at right angles, leaving the loft covering with at least 270 millimetres of insulation. The occupant is told not to use the loft. The job is completed and the insulation saves energy as it is designed to. But most people's lofts do not look like this. They instead look more like this. You've probably all seen a loft like this or know someone who has one that's full of stored possessions. But this causes a real problem. Firstly, because everything needs to be taken down from the loft before insulating. Secondly, many people refuse insulation altogether as they prefer to keep their storage. And thirdly, even if it is fully insulated, residents put things back up again after the insulation has been fitted, thereby squashing it. This problem is really common. The Carbon Trust interviewed 6,000 households in Britain and Ireland, and their research found that 82% of people use their loft for storage, with 78% saying it was more than half full and 76% saying the storage was very important or extremely important to them. So, why is this a problem? Well, squashing insulation with boxes or boards badly affects its performance. Research by the National Physical Laboratory, the UK's premier testing facility, showed that squashing insulation from 270mm down to joist height of 100mm halved its efficiency. Loft insulation partly works by being fluffy and trapping air, so squashing it stops it working properly. But in the Carbon Trust survey, most householders said they didn't know that squashing insulation was bad for it, and many people thought it actually improved performance. This is bad news for people who've insulated their loft, as they'll find their energy savings in the winter aren't as good as they expect. We know from the Energy Savings Trust that 25% of heat goes out through an uninsulated roof, and we've seen how squashing insulation halves its performance, and that 80% of households do exactly this. The summary is that unless you protect the insulation somehow after it's been fitted, you should assume that in most cases it won't work properly in practice.